Hello and welcome to Mumbai Matters. I am Mansi Phadke, Deputy Editor with The Print. Last week, I got the opportunity of visiting the construction site of the country's first undersea tunnel, which is part of the under construction Mumbai Coastal Road. I interacted with a team of engineers working on the project, and in this episode of Mumbai Matters, I would like to share some of my experiences with you. Mumbai is about to record a milestone. For the past almost 2 years, Maura, a gigantic tunnel boring machine weighing 2,800 tons with a cumulative weight of 460 male elephants, has been burrowing under the Arabian Sea off the Mumbai's coast and under the iconic Malabar Hill. It inches forward about 4 or 5 meters every day, shattering strong basalt rock that stands in its way to smithereens. In about 7 or 9 days, Maura would have completed the task that it had set out for. And when it does, Mumbai will have created history for building the country's first undersea twin tunnels, one tunnel for traffic from the north to south and a second tunnel for traffic from the south to north, an integral part of the Mumbai Coastal Road project which promises to make travelling easier from Mumbai's western suburbs to South Mumbai. The tunnel boring machine Mamra has been named after a quintessential soldier from Maratha warrior king Chhatrapati Shivaji's army. And for the team of 160 people, including 30 engineers, working on the twin tunnels of 2.07 kilometers, boring the tunnel through the sea and the hills with the heritage buildings just a few meters away, has been nothing short of winning a war. The first of the twin tunnels had its breakthrough with the tunnel boring machine shattering the last few pieces of rock standing in January 2022. The twin tunnels will have 3 lanes on either side and are a crucial part of the 10.5 kilometer coastal road project. The tunnel section will go under the landmark Girgaon Chowpatty and the Malabar Hills, including the Hanging Gardens and a 140-year-old reservoir that goes beneath the Hanging Gardens, as well as the Nepean Sea Road's Priyadarshini Park. Malabar Hill is home to some of Mumbai's plushest residences as well as VIP residences such as Raj Bhavan, which is the governor's residence, Varsha, the chief minister's official residence, the official accommodations of several cabinet ministers, and so on. However, residents here have been blissfully unaware that there is a mammoth machine that is chipping away at the ground strata. About 14 to 15 meters below the Girgaon Chowpatty, 20 meters under the Priyadarshini Park and a good 70 meters under the Malabar Hill and Hanging Gardens. Engineers say that throughout the 2 years, they've received only occasional complaints from residents, especially when the tunnel boring machine was approaching a rock cliff close to a building. The ground vibrations would lead to a peculiar sound in the dead of the night, like rain pounding heavily on the earth. A little bit on the Coastal Road project. The 1271 crore Coastal Road is an access controlled freeway being built from Marine Drive in South Mumbai to the Worli end of the Bandra Worli Sea Link. It will have a dedicated lane for buses. The road is expected to be completed and opened for traffic next year. And as of 10th May, according to information from the BMC, about 74.31% of the total work on the coastal road had been wrapped up. The coastal road is being built by reclaiming land from the sea. The BMC is reclaiming 111 hectares, of which 70 hectares would be used for creating recreational and green spaces. This includes a cycling track, a jogging track, an open auditorium, a butterfly garden, parking, and so on. The project will also see Mumbai getting a new 7.5 kilometer promenade, more than twice the length of the iconic Marine Drive. Engineers working on the project say that the building a tunnel from Marine Drive to Priyadarshini Park was literally the only option that the architects of the coastal road had for various reasons. Any other option, such as a road on stilts or a sea link, would have disrupted the view that Marine Drive currently offers, the Queen's Necklace as well as the landmark Girgaon Chowpatty, both views which Mumbai is very possessive about. It would have also thrown up security challenges if there was a sea link going very close around VIP structures such as Raj Bhavan, and hence a tunnel was chosen as the most feasible and the best possible option. Engineers talk about why this tunnel is high-tech and unique in many ways. To begin with, there are Sacardo nozzles for an effective ventilation system injecting an air jet in the tunnel at a high velocity. This technology will also evacuate any smoke from within the tunnel in case of a fire. On the possibility of a fire gutting the tunnel, engineers say that the probability is a rare one, because the entire tunnel is being lined by a white fireboard, which is sparsely used in Indian tunneling. This fireboard can withstand very high, abnormally high temperatures and will protect the concrete of the tunnel in the longer run. Other than that, the tunnel will also have a mini disaster control room dedicated to it, motion and temperature sensor cameras, digital signage, and even cellular network despite being underground. However, engineers faced many challenges and hurdles big and small. The first one came even before the construction of the tunnel had started. In April 2020, when the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic had hit, in Mumbai, there arrived 70 containers with 184 consignments from China. These consignments contained different parts of Mavra, the tunnel boring machine, which had to be assembled together in Mumbai. And according to the original plan, a team of experts from China was supposed to come to Mumbai to help assemble these parts. But because of international travel restrictions due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this could not happen, and the task of assembling fell on a homegrown team of contractors, the contractor being Larsen and Toubro, which is constructing the section of the coastal freeway in which the tunnel is included, and experts, engineers from the BMC. They took Zoom lessons from their counterparts in China to understand exactly how the different parts of the tunnel boring machine are to be put together. And one of them described to me as if it was putting together a laptop or a TV, looking at manuals and taking advice online. So that was the first major challenge that presented itself before the team. It took all of 6 months for the entire tunnel boring machine to be assembled, and after that 1 year of drive before the engineers could hit their first breakthrough in January 2022. And post that, it took 78 days for the team to start driving the tunnel boring machine for the second tunnel. And within those 78 days, there was a period of 7 hours which was especially nail biting, because the engineers decided that they wanted to rotate the tunnel boring machine on the spot to start the drive for the second tunnel, instead of dismantling it and transporting it again to the other end, which would have caused delays as well as added on to the cost of the project, and would have thrown up a logistical challenge in itself. Rotating a tunnel boring machine 180 degrees at the spot, engineers say, is a feat that has been attempted only 3 or 4 times across the world in tunneling projects. The other challenge while executing the project came during the monsoons. On one of Mumbai's very heavy downpour days, rainwater seeped into the tunnel. The engineers deployed dewatering pumps to get the rainwater out and had to wait for the next low tide to identify the opening from where rainwater is seeping in and close it for good. Another such crisis was once at 3 a.m. In the dead of the night, when the project ran out of recycled water on which it has largely relied on. At that time of the night, engineers had to go to the Kulaba water recycling station and ask for replenishments. The memory that stands out the most, the team members say, is from July 2022, when everybody on the project decided that they wanted to breach the world record for driving a tunnel boring machine for the longest distance. The existing record stood at 455.4 meters, and the team managed to drive Mavra for 456.724 meters in July 2022 to eventually breach the world record. Towards the end of the month, project supervisors recall, the entire team was revved up for the task, including the truck drivers on the site, the operator on the tunnel boring machine, and so on. Now, the next milestone would be the breakthrough of the second of the twin tunnels, which is just a few days away. A red-colored Freight Wings mega lift machine has been placed on site to lift the tunnel boring machine in 5 parts once its work is done. The soldier's work is almost done. It's only 46 meters. And that's all that I have for you for now in this episode of Mumbai Matters. We will do an entire episode next week on the coastal road, its details and the progress. So do come back. Thank you for watching Mumbai Matters with me. I am Mansi Phadke, Deputy Editor with The Print.